Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to get right into your reading. We're going to start off with the Native Spirit Oracle. I'm a little tongue-tied today, so bear with me, Libra. We're going to start your reading off with the Native Spirit Oracle cards. And we'll flow from there. So this is the message for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Libra. I'm going to try to speak up louder because I did have a comment last night on one of the readings. I don't remember which one, maybe Aries, but the volume was low. And I apologize. I have my volume up as loud as it can be. I do have my air conditioning running. That may be a little distraction in the sound. I do have a microphone, but it's not the best. But if I need to start doing that, using a microphone in the future, I will. I apologize if the volume is low. Maybe try to just, turn yours up as much as possible if that is an issue. Or it's the first time I've had the comment, so it may just be one particular person. Yeah. Anyway, I must be a little self-conscious about it, I suppose. Anyway, Libra, let's get into your reading and see what comes through for you. Sun, moon, or rising, or Venus, basically we have all 12 zodiac. We're always working with all 12 zodiac signs. We have all of the houses, but what resonates? Take what resonates for you. And if another reading is calling to you, maybe check that out as well. All right, let's get into it. What is the message for Libra? Thank you. We have flowing river. All right, Libra. Everything is falling into place because you aren't resisting the drift of the great river of life. It's time to let go. You're entering a period of gracious ease and flow. All is unfolding perfectly and with good timing. When you're in a state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster, and you aren't swimming against it. Let go of the shore and enjoy the ride. Your native spirit wants you to know, rivers have personalities and carry energy, just as animals and plants do. From the Maoris to the Australian Aborigines and to other native cultures throughout the world, it's believed that it's important to listen to the language of the river. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you're trying to control situations or that you're being self-critical or judgmental. The way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation, and by allowing others to support and help you. Heed the Native American saying, it's best to ride the horse the direction that it's going. This means that when the card Flowing River chooses you, you're being told to let go and go with the flow. If there is something or someone you need to forgive, this is the time. This is also the time to forgive yourself and just let go. That is great advice, Libra, especially as we're moving into today. I am doing this reading. It is the 26th of July. And so the doorway opens to the 8-8 Lionsgate portal or energetic window of opportunity. It's just beginning to flow. This is back when the Egyptians knew that there would be great rains and the Nile River would rise and flood to give them great gifts. This is an energy of abundance. This is an energy of, speaking of rivers, and where I live, yesterday we had a flood, and both of the creeks behind me were raging rivers, and we had a lot of damage. So I found that to be very symbolic of the time of the opening of this energetic time. So don't resist and don't try to force things. Just go with the flow of the energy because great things and great changes are amongst us all. This 8-8 portal is also when the star Sirius is moving closer and closer to Earth, and by 8-8 it will be in alignment with the pyramids of Giza. There's so much more going on with that energy window, but we're in the beginning stages of it, so enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Joy. Speaking of enjoy the ride, joy. Follow your joy. Follow what feels good, and let go of everything else. Forgive who needs to be forgiven. Forgive yourself. Follow your joy. Connect. We are created in joy. The balance of energy and higher vibrations brings us closer to divine love, pure joy. Joy can be a destination, but it can also be the vehicle that you use to get to that destination. Faith, grace, gratitude, and love all merge together at different times and in different amounts to create joy. There is love, growth, tears, change, and self-realization in this card. This card portends a happy and joyous time. This is another reason, Libra, why it's important to, if you have any, because we've had a lot of emotions come through, boiling to the surface, things that unresolved pain, unresolved issues, especially with the South Node in your sign, Libra. This is how we're learning through our relationships and our relationship challenges. Make sure that you allow whatever's coming up to really witness it, observe it, feel it, and release it, and rise above what is happening around you, and tap into what feels good. The joy is in the journey. I keep hearing the joy is in the journey, and you know this. You do know this. So try not to get stuck in some negative emotion that may have come up for you over the last week or two, but definitely allow it to flow through, feel it, but we're releasing that. Okay, I mean, you can hold on to it, but that's not going to create anything magnificent for you, just more of the same. And I don't feel like we want to hold on to any resentments that blocks flow of love. We don't want to hold on to any negativity. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgive yourself, because we've all been operating unconscious in some aspect of our life at certain times, and we're meant to just learn from that and grow and evolve. Okay, we have change, definitely going through some changes here. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Then there we go. We've got that flowing river, right? It's moving, things are moving, and you can't really grasp or hold on to anything or control much of it. Or you could try, but I feel like you're not really interested in that anymore, because courage came out next. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Libra, this is beautiful. You're finally overcoming some huge, for some of you, huge obstacles that had been holding you back. Facing those fears with confidence and realizing, I really didn't need to hold on to that perspective. I didn't need to hold on to this belief. And trust me, these waves are bringing us through some pretty intense and some scary things that are coming to the surface. Yep, a loneliness and guilt. Okay. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, and I know that I'm never alone. So you're also overcoming something in your life that had you feeling very alone. Probably the last phases of this journey so far, you've really had to go it alone. Even if you weren't completely alone all the time, but there were aspects that were meant and designed for you and for you alone. But you are not alone. I release my beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So releasing guilt, honesty below that, getting real honest with yourself. So this is talking about stripping away any facade, any protective not boundaries, but protective egoic persona that we may have even unconsciously been operating under, and that also leaves you feeling kind of alone, saying I'm strong, but you're not really strong. You're not being honest, like I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. You may be overcoming some possible either codependency patterns, or addictions. There's something that you've been working through that has taken great courage and strength, facing fears and releasing any guilt, shame, blame, any beliefs that are just not helpful any longer. They're not helpful anyway, but you're realizing, like, I need to grow, I need to change and go with the flow, and holding on to these beliefs, thoughts about myself, self-defeating beliefs about myself or others. It's a waste of energy. It's important to tap into what brings you joy. Things are moving fast, accelerated motion. The energy is moving fast, so great changes are upon us. Internal, they start off internal. The change begins within, as within, so without, and then you begin to manifest and really see great changes going on outside of you. You may have already been witnessing some pretty big changes happening outside of you as well. Everybody's journey is a little different at this point. But it is important to let go of what is holding you in a stagnant pattern, or more of a dense, I'm feeling like heavy, dense thoughts and feelings. Because the truth is, we've all been hurt. And sometimes those hurts really lie deep within, and it's important to have them come back to the surface and recognize them and honor them, but then release them, let them go. Spiritual union. Okay. So this also speaks of soul contracts, Libra. I'm just going to go right into it here. These spread accelerated motion, spiritual strength, spiritual union, and rejoice in celebration. Now, if this card didn't come out, and I did hear soul contracts, balance, I would have really just read this as you coming into a union within yourself, balancing the masculine, feminine energy within yourself, really connecting to spirit, to source energy. And we have to do that first. We have to really work through our stuff all solo. But this is also talking to me about there may have been a separation or a dispute or conflict of some sort with someone that is definitely an important soul contract for you. It's left you feeling lonely, even though you know you're not alone. You've had to go through this a lot of this on your own, because it dug into your ancestral rooted patterns and traumas. And so that's where the courage comes in, the courage to find that deep inner strength to face these fears with confidence that gives you spiritual strength. you know that you're not alone and that there is another source. There's a great eye in the sky, or angels, or however you resonate with being protected and guided through your journey. Whatever beliefs you may still be holding on to about this other person or other people, your soul tribe possibly, work on releasing them as well. I think things are going to become clearer and clearer for you if they have not already begun. Because a lot of times when we're hurt by people, especially people that we're close to, we only focus on the negative things that were said and done. And we kind of bypass all of the good, all of the beautiful things that have been said and done. So those things come up to the surface too. Make sure that you pay attention to that as well and balance it out. It's not all good. It's not all bad. Try to find an area where you can have like a clean slate. Yeah, you may be hearing from somebody that you may not have heard from in a long time. Or, yeah, maybe somebody that you didn't think that you would hear from again. King of Wands. Okay. Through these changes, again, you're facing them with courage, with confidence, with conviction, I'm hearing. And that is really helping this change to the speed of what is changing, what needs to change. It's rapidly accelerating. Yeah, again, spiritual strength and courage facing, this could be, this is lack mentality basically. You may have been facing financial issues, or not sure where you're going to be living, or just feeling like you were totally left out from everything and everyone. But that cycle is coming to a completion if it has not already, and you've got the cosmic flow around you. You are magical. Trust. Trust is big. It's very important to trust at this time. And the more you trust, then you see that things are not always what your mind, especially when you're stuck in that lack mentality, like things are never going to work out. I'm going to have to go back to none of that, like anything that does not feel good. Witness that, but don't latch and attach onto that story. And watch things change before your very eyes. What about this loneliness? I'm feeling this spiritual union and loneliness. Deep. There's some heartache here. You might want to start trying to change the perspective of that as well. Two of Swords. Yeah. So Libra. You may want to start to try to change the perspective of a connection. And this doesn't have to be it's an intimate connection, but it doesn't have to be like a romantic connection. It can be, but it can also be, a parent or child or really close friend, somebody that I'm getting that there's been a separation and it's brought a lot of deep sadness and loneliness. There are times when your thoughts and your emotions go in the direction of what felt bad, and then there are times when your thoughts and emotions go in the direction of what felt good, and you're optimistic. Two of Swords. It's important. It's time to make a choice, make a decision. Where are you going to focus your energy on? What has been not so good, or what has been amazing? Where your attention goes, the energy flows, right? Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles, really holding on to some materialistic, the Magician, Ten of Wands. So in this deck, the Queen of Wands, this is someone who only thinks about themselves. This is more like on the verge of narcissism. And so these tendencies may have come to the surface through another person towards you, or vice versa. I'm getting towards you, and that really rubbed you the wrong way. But then you've also seen the flip side of how magical and beautiful that connection is as well. So but Four of Pentacles below this, it's like you can't seem to let this part go because it really triggered something deeper within you. It could be something linked to a parent, one of your parents or both of your parents, or something in your childhood that really deeply affected you. And this person was projecting or mirroring to you a deeper wound, a deeper trigger through their personality. That's something that you really want to work through letting go and releasing if you are, and see, that's where you're torn. Do I want this connection to come back or not? Do I want to have that experience again? I don't want to ever experience that, I'm hearing. Okay, let's get you some advice, Libra. Oh, left ear just started to hurt. It's almost as if you're choosing to only hear one side of the story. And remember, this is the cosmic mirror that we're working with here. So if you can find the ability to actually take the people out of the equation so that we're not placing blame on anybody. Sure, we all have to take accountability for our actions and our words. But at this time, where your energy is flowing towards another or towards others, pay attention to that, because that is what is being created in the outside of you. There's a ripple effect there. The Magician was showing me that you may still be manifesting more of this if this is an aspect that you can't seem to let go of. They said this and I just can't seem to let that go. Sit with that and see how, and go deeper. See where that takes you. Does it take you back to childhood? When was the first time that you were faced with certain words that were like that, or certain actions towards you that this person really triggered within you? Understand, these soul contracts, we have contracts with people that we are deeply connected to, and we are meant to help each other heal old wounds by actually triggering those wounds in us that we have deeply embedded and hidden subconsciously, unconsciously within us. But the energy now is like, nope, you got to bring that back to the surface and let it go, because it's in your energy field. And if it's in your energy field, then you are potentially creating it somewhere, somehow. And we don't want to carry that with us forward. So advice for Libra. Libra, I am open for personal readings. So if you're interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can book that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. That information is in the description box below this video. All right. And the readings are still on sale. The prices are marked on my website. Advice for Libra, please. We have ears wide open. Funny that my ears started to hurt. I mean, I don't usually get ear pain. It's very odd. So I've been picking up a lot of energy through my physical body and sensations lately, especially when I do readings for people. So the world is constantly speaking to us and offering clues about what is really going on beneath the surface of things. We all have the capacity to hear beyond the noise that reaches our ears. The challenge is when we feel misunderstood and unheard. When we feel insignificant, it's easy to over-explain ourselves in an attempt to get acknowledged. Now is the time to let all that go. Offer your attention as the great gift it is. It's time to stop multitasking, checking your phone, thinking of what you're going to say next, and doing all the other things that keep you from connecting fully. Whenever we are in a state of chaos and distraction, paying attention to only some of what is being said, we lose the ability to pick up on everything, including that which is not being said. Deep listening is the way in which we immerse ourselves in the truth of the world. In this way, with ears wide open, we also open our hearts and minds to understand more than what is conveyed through words alone. Opportunities arise from the subtle cues we miss when we are not 100% present. Purposeful, open listening is an act of true respect and intimacy. When you are in this space of receptivity, letting go of the need to be heard or to be right, you become expansive and alert to meaningful potential. Right now, keep your ears wide open, and you will find more than you were searching for. That's the other thing, Libra. We all have moments when we live in this world full of distractions with our cell phones and with all of these things. And if we are not fully present, especially when we are engaged with another person, we only tend to pick up certain things that could be triggering, or just we miss the whole engagement and the energy exchange. So, but if you can reflect back or just sit presently still, you may also have memories, because the stuff does go in subconsciously. You may have remembrances of things that have been said or done that you might need to reflect upon too, that were of pure love and joy. So again, let's reflect back to joy. The joy is in the journey, letting go through the flowing river, and keep your ears wide open. Stay as present as possible. This is a magical, magnetic time for us all, Libra. So make sure that you are attracting to you what it is that you desire, and not what it is that you are, wishing to repel. Pay attention to what you're focusing on, where your energy is flowing. So this is your message for this week, Libra. I hope that you find this helpful for you, and I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.